Do you have what it takes to defeat Mark the Beast Labette and his fellow trivia geniuses? Find out tonight on Masterminds. And here's your host, Brooke Burns.
Hello and welcome to Masterminds, a game of trivia, smarts, and strategy. Let's meet our challengers. This thrill-seeking history tutor graduated magna cum laude and is into British murder mysteries. Say hello to Samara. He's a Berkeley graduate who loves to collect bobbleheads from Shanghai, China. Please welcome Jing. And he's a professor of graphic design who speaks 4 languages from Roslyn, New York. Please welcome Andrew. Welcome to the show, everyone. Are you ready to meet the masterminds?
Yes, absolutely.
As a United States chess expert, he is always 3 steps ahead. Today, he's looking to make his move into the winner's circle. It's Jonathan Corbla. She has 2 degrees from Brown and won countless trivia competitions, and she's written a Lifetime movie. It's Muffy Morocco. If you want to know how he got his nickname, just ask the hundreds of contestants he's destroyed on The Chase. It's my buddy, Mark the Beast Labette. Welcome, Masterminds. Here's how we play. I'll ask you a series of trivia questions over 3 rounds of escalating difficulty. At the end of the game, the highest scoring challenger will face the highest scoring mastermind in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. If a challenger wins, they'll come back to compete again. And if a challenger wins 2 times, then they will be crowned a mastermind and potentially take the place of one of our masterminds on this stage. In round 1, there are 7 subjects, each with a corresponding question. All challengers and masterminds will play. Correct answers are worth 100 points. Good luck. The first subject is athletics. What sport was described in England almost a century before Abner Doubleday was credited with inventing it? Baseball, basketball, or ice hockey? And the correct answer is baseball. Challengers, how'd we do? All right, 100 points across the board. Well done. Masterminds, same for you.
The date that Doubleday is given for baseball is around 1839, and there's even a picture during the Civil War of Union soldiers playing baseball.
Actually, something like it is mentioned in a Jane Austen novel, which predates that, so it's derived from cricket, so it kind of makes sense.
Well, the world's first cricket international was between USA and Canada in the 1820s.
1820s, wow. Thank you, Masterminds. The next subject is travel. Complete with daily jousts and dancing barrel makers, Munich's Rathaus Glockenspiel is a type of what? Puppet theater, beer hall, or mechanical clock? And the correct answer is mechanical clock. Challengers, how about this one? All right, well done, Samara and Jing, 100 points apiece. Masterminds, 100 points across the board.
So this clock is over 100 years old. It has a lot of little figurines that reenact scenes from Munich's history.
Well done, Muffy. The next subject is, which came first? Which came first, signed, sealed, or delivered? Sign of the Times by Prince, Great Seal of the USA, or UPS? Correct answer is Great Seal of the USA. Challengers, there we go for the gentlemen. Jing and Andrew, 100 points apiece. Masterminds. Okay, Muffy and Jonathan, 100 points.
Sign of the Times is an 80s song by Prince, and UPS is about 100 years before that. And then the Great Seal of the United States basically dates back to the founding of the United States.
Tell us more about it. I know you're our history buff.
Well, the Great Seal has, it's the eagle, and he's got the banner in his mouth, and he's got an olive branch in one claw, and a fasces, which is a bundle of sticks, which symbolizes not only war, but also strength together.
Thank you, Muffy. The next subject is music. Typically, which member of the saxophone family has a straight shape? Alto, baritone, or soprano? The correct answer is soprano. Challengers, how'd we do? Okay, well done. Samara and Andrew knew it for 100 points. Masterminds, Muffy for 100 points.
So just like the tones of voice, the soprano is the highest, so it's just got a straight sort of tube, whereas the others have that bend that looks like a saxophone to give it the jazzy, deeper sound.
Well done, Muffy. The next subject is celebrations. According to tradition, in France, what flies in from Rome to bring chocolates to children on Easter Sunday? Dove, church bell, or biplane? And the correct answer is church bell. Challengers, how do we do on this one? You got a lot of shaking heads. Okay, no points. Doesn't sound like that would be the right answer, does it? Masterminds, did you know this? Jonathan for 100 points. Well done. Explain.
So bells aren't rung in France in that weekend between Good Friday and Easter Sunday. And the parents tell the little kids that the bells have flown off to Rome to be blessed by the Pope. And on Easter Sunday, when the bells are rung, they say, oh, they've come back. And, to make the kids excited, they get chocolate.
Thank you, Jonathan. The next subject is politics. Which country elected the world's first female prime minister? Sri Lanka, United Kingdom, or Israel? And the correct answer is Sri Lanka. Challengers?
Yikes.
No points on that one either. Okay, Masterminds, how about you? 100 points across the board.
Mrs. Bandaranaike in 1960, when it was still Ceylon, the world's first female prime minister. Golda Meir, I think, was in the 1970s for Israel. And the Blessed Margaret Thatcher on the 3rd or 4th of May 1979, when she's become the longest modern reigning British prime minister.
Wow, all right. Thank you for that little history lesson there. The last subject is entertainment. In video games, which item of clothing helps distinguish Ms. Pac-Man from her male counterpart? Bow, gloves, or shoes? The correct answer is her bow. Challengers? All these video game players, yeah, for sure. There we go, 100 points across the board. Masterminds, and 100 points for you as well.
And Miss Pac-Man's the real fun one. I
Yes.
think the ghosts are what? Inky, Blinky,
Pinky and
Inky,
Clyde.
Blinky,
and Clyde.
and Clyde.
Bravo, bravo. That's it for round one. On our challengers side, we've got, wow, a three-way tie with 400 points apiece. Okay, fair game. And for our masterminds, Jonathan and Muffy in the lead with 600 points. When we return, the points get higher and the questions get more difficult as we get closer to determining who will play for $10,000. It's more masterminds after this. Welcome back to Masterminds. In this round, both the challengers and the masterminds will write in their answers for a chance to build their score. There are 5 subjects, and correct answers are now worth 200 points. At the end of this round, the challenger and the mastermind with the lowest scores will be eliminated. Let's play. The first subject is drinks. Once called the Red Snapper, what tomato juice and vodka cocktail now shares its name with an English queen? The correct answer is Bloody Mary. Challengers? All right, everybody had a cocktail once in a while. 200 points apiece. Well done. Masterminds, 200 points for you as well.
Mary was both Queen of England and Queen of Spain because she was married to Philip of Spain. And perhaps fortunately for England, which it was at the time, she never had children, so it passed to good Queen Bess in 1558.
Oh, very interesting. The next subject is furniture. Woodworker William Brower is credited with designing a sofa bed frame for what Japanese bedroll? And the correct answer is futon. Challengers? There we go, 200 points across the board. Masterminds? 200 points for Beastie and Muffy.
So typically in Japan, the mattress is just laid directly on the floor and rolled up during the day. But in college rooms across America, futons are put on a wooden frame.
Why do the Japanese prefer to sleep on the floor? It just feels hard.
It's very good for you.
Yeah, for your back?
Yeah. I would still be doing it, except it's impossible for me to get up from
That's
the
what I was
futon
going to
at the
say.
moment.
Thank you. The next subject is geography. On which continent are 20% of the people descended from prisoners because it was once a penal colony? And the correct answer is Australia. Challengers, how'd we do? Yeah, love it. 200 points across the board. Masterminds, 200 points across the board.
The only country in the world in which you're proud to have a convict ancestor. However, don't mention that to either New Zealand or South Australia, because both of them were free colonies, so they weren't penal colonies, and they're inordinately proud of not being
Part of
like the
that.
commoners.
Yeah, thank you for that. The next subject is literature. A bandaged scientist named Griffin is the title character in what H.G. Wells novel? And the correct answer is The Invisible Man. Challengers? All right, well done. Samara's like, I got it, 200 points. Congratulations, masterminds. 200 points across the board.
So he wears the bandages so people will actually see him and just stop bumping into him.
All right, it's time for the final question of this round. This question is worth 400 points. This will determine who will be moving on to the next round. Here is your final subject. The subject is people. Mae Jemison, an engineer and physician, was the first African-American woman to hold what job? And the correct answer is astronaut. Challengers, how'd we do?
Yeah.
All right, Samara and Andrew both got that one right. We're adding 400 points to your score. That means that the two of you will be moving on to the next round. Congratulations. Jing, thank you so much for being here. And for our masterminds, how'd you do? All right, Muffy and Jonathan, 400 points apiece, and you're both moving on as well. Beastie, we'll see you next time. When we come back, it's Challenger versus Challenger and Mastermind versus Mastermind to determine who will compete in the Ultimate Trivia Showdown for $10,000. More Masterminds after this. Welcome back to Masterminds. It all comes down to this. Which challenger will face the top mastermind for $10,000? We're about to find out. But first, let's get to know them better. Samara, tell me about your thrill-seeking ways.
Yeah, well, I'm the daughter of a fighter pilot, so I think that the adrenaline junkie thing is maybe a little bit in my DNA.
Genetic.
Nurture or nature, I don't know.
Who knows?
But I like to hang glide, scuba dive. I love to urban explore, sneak in anywhere I'm not supposed to be. And one of my goals is to dive the Great Barrier Reef before it disappears.
Wow, yeah, absolutely. What about diving with sharks while you're down there?
I would absolutely love to cage dive with some great whites.
Wouldn't that be incredible?
A bucket of blood and some sharks. It sounds like a great Friday.
Can't wait to have that bucket of chum.
Yeah. Oh, the smell will be...
I actually got to do it, but not with the great whites, with the Galapagos sharks in Hawaii, and it was definitely a worthwhile experience.
Awesome.
Have a little bit of that same drive in me.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. Definitely.
Well, welcome to the show. Lovely to have you.
Thank you so much.
Andrew, tell me about all the languages that you speak.
I speak French, Spanish, Italian, and a little English.
Lucky you, a little English.
I've traveled a lot in my life, and I'm like a sponge. I take in a lot of languages. I studied French and Spanish when I was a kid.
Okay.
And I never studied Italian, but I lived there, and so it just came to me.
You have an ear for it.
It's a great language.
That's a gift.
Thank you.
Any other languages that you're interested in adding?
Well, I've been to China a number of times, and I'd love to be able to speak it, but it's
Tough.
almost impossible.
Really tough.
It's tonal, so it's very difficult.
Yeah,
but,
very different.
yeah.
All right, well, welcome to the show.
Thank
Good
you.
luck to you
Thank
both. In this round, first the challengers and then the masterminds will face off in a timed trivia battle. The first question will be worth 500 points, and each question that follows will be worth an additional 100 points. It's anyone's game. Challengers, are you ready?
Ready.
All right, let's put 60 seconds on the clock, please. Your time will begin when I finish reading the first question. Good luck. 500 points. What day of the week is named for a god of thunder? Andrew.
Thursday.
Correct. 600 points. 80% of Hong Kong residents use toilets that are refilled by water from what renewable source? Samara.
River.
No. Andrew.
China Sea.
No. Ocean. 700 points. What puffy purple mascot advertises Happy Meals with Ronald McDonald? Samara.
Grimace.
Correct. 800 points. Also meaning encircle, what women's undergarment typically extends from the waist to below the hips? Samara.
Spandex.
No. Andrew.
Girdle.
Correct. 900 points. Event names Rumble in the Jungle and Thrilla in Manila were coined by what flamboyant boxing promoter? Andrew.
Don King.
Correct. 1,000 points. Starting with Martin Van Buren, what state has had 4 of its governors go on to serve as U.S. president? Andrew.
New York.
Correct. 1,100 points. What Western wear clothing company makes the official jeans of the Pro Rodeo Cowboys Association? Samara.
Levi.
Nope. Andrew.
Wrangler.
Correct. 1,200 points in the Great Gatsby. And time! Wow, well done, Andrew. You just won $1,000.
All right.
And a chance to play for $10,000.
Fantastic.
Samara, it was lovely to have you here. I still hope you make it to the Great Barrier Reef.
Thank you very much.
Now we just have to determine which mastermind you'll be facing. All right, masterminds, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Same rules apply. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins when I finish reading the first question. 500 points. On Bewitched, Elizabeth Montgomery played a suburban witch who cast spells by twitching her what? Jonathan.
Nose.
Correct. 600 points. With a population of over 200 million people, Brazil's official language is what? Jonathan.
Portuguese.
Correct. 700 points. What term is given to the hooded robe worn by monks or the hood itself? Jonathan.
Capuchin.
No. Muffy.
Habit?
Cowl. 800 points. In 1816, Rufus King became the last candidate to run for president on what party's ticket? Jonathan.
Federalist.
Correct. 900 points. Coca-Cola introduced what green citrus-flavored soda in the 90s to compete with Mountain Dew? Muffy.
Sprite?
No. Jonathan.
7 Up.
Surge. 1,000 points. Which theater of the absurd playwright wrote Rhinoceros? Jonathan.
Eugene Ionesco.
Correct. 1,100 points. Originally selling soap and candles in 1806, what company didn't start offering toothpaste until 1873? Jonathan.
Tom's of Maine.
No. Muffy.
Colgate.
Correct. 1,200 points. What New York museum was founded in 1929 by 3 women, Lily Bliss, Mary Sullivan, and Abby Rockefeller? Muffy.
MoMA.
Correct. 1,300 points. And time! Whoa, you guys were so close. But Jonathan, you're tonight's top mastermind. Congratulations, Muffy. We know we'll see you soon. That means that Andrew and Jonathan will be going head-to-head in our ultimate trivia showdown. Can Andrew win $10,000 and take one step closer to becoming a mastermind? Find out when we come back. Welcome back to Masterminds. Andrew has won $1,000 and will now face Jonathan Corbla in the ultimate trivia showdown for $10,000. Here's how we play. I'll read 4 questions to Andrew and Jonathan, and they'll each write down their answers. Once the players have locked in their responses, I'll reveal the correct answers. If Andrew gets the highest score, then he will win $10,000. And if you do win the money, what are you going to do with it, Andrew?
I would like to take a sailing trip from Argentina to Antarctica. I would
Wow.
like to see what Antarctica is all about.
And do it by sailing.
Yeah, I'd like to do it by sailing. I sail,
Beautiful.
so.
Hopefully we can get you $10,000 to
I
make
hope
that
so.
happen. Good luck. It's now time to find out if Andrew will win $10,000. Let's begin. Here's your first question. What girl's deodorant is mentioned in the title of a classic Nirvana song? Andrew, you said
Teen Spirit.
Teen Spirit. Jonathan, you
Smells
said
like Teen Spirit.
Teen Spirit as well. The correct answer is Teen Spirit. Nice start, and it's 1-1. Here's your second question. In which U.S. state are local subdivisions known as parishes instead of counties? Andrew, what's your answer?
I said Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Jonathan, what did you say?
I said Louisiana.
Louisiana. The correct answer is Louisiana. Okay, so it's 1-2. Here's your third question. In Arthurian legend, what enchantress is often depicted as King Arthur's sister? Okay, Andrew, you said
Morgana.
Morgana. Jonathan, what did you say?
Guinevere.
Guinevere. The correct answer is Morgana. Woo! Tying up the score. Andrew, I love this. And it's 2-2, and there's only one final question left, which means if you get it right and Jonathan does not, you win $10,000. Fingers crossed. Good luck, sir. Here we go. Here's your final question. For decades, villagers in Vanuatu have worshipped as a deity what late member of Britain's current royal family? Andrew, you said?
Philip.
Philip. Jonathan, you said?
George VI.
George VI? If Philip is correct, you just won $10,000. For $10,000, is Philip the answer? Yes, it is! Well done, Andrew! Congratulations, $10,000 is yours. You just beat Jonathan in the final round. Looks like you're going for a sail.
I think I'm going sail.
We can't wait to have you back on the next show. Join us next time when Andrew attempts to win another $10,000 and takes one step closer to becoming a mastermind himself. See us next time right here on Masterminds. Good night. Woo! Bravo!